Yeah, I don't think we're live quite yet. So let's go 1 second here for it to pop up on YouTube. Up there we are. All right, we are live.
Mhm.
And hey, everybody, it's Scott Scorpio Moon Tarot, and I am so excited to have my friend Heather here. This is Silver Star Priestess, everybody, and she is doing
Right.
her hi, and she's doing her first full live. Correct?
hmm I went
Awesome.
on Lavender Moons, but
Oh,
that was
did
just
you?
like kind of an interview. Yeah, she just has, you know how she does.
Yes, I do. She's great. I've been on her channel as well. She's awesome. I am so happy to have you here, though, and we want to get to know you and what you do and everything. So we're going to do that. And in the meantime, I will say hi to some people and go back to my comments and just a couple of things, guys. What we're going to do is, if you have any kind of questions at all, I'm going to be asking some questions. Heather has agreed; she'd love to hear your questions. Do me a favor, and I have YouTube back here as well, so don't think I'm not paying attention to you or Heather. It's just I'm watching you guys in chat. Put the at symbol, please, and highlight my name. And then I know you have a question. I don't even care as much about the caps as I do the highlights, so I can put them up. Otherwise, Heather won't be able to see them. Okay, and we may miss you. But everyone is welcome for a question, and we'll just go for it. I do want to say hello to people, and also if you are from my Facebook group, the Scorpio Moon Tarot Lounge, and you've never been to one of my lives, I saw like 5 people say they were coming, and I've never seen them in my lives before. So please let me know what's your name, like your first name, whatever, that you're from the group, because I want to really greet you. All right, so hello to everybody. Let's start here, and I may have started a little behind. I think Jackie was in for a bit. Melinda's here. Boss Teeth Tarot. Boss Teeth Real Tarot. All right, and I know Jackie is here. Hi, Jackie. Thank you. Thank you. Gina. Hey, Gina. Gina, I promised I would make you a mod, so let me do that real quick. Add moderator. I'm going to throw you a wrench, Gina, okay? You just got through. Okay, yeah, there are some other people up here. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm missing out. All right, it's StreamYard. Susie can't make it, but she's sending you love, Heather, and she's going to watch back. I know Gerald said the same thing. He's going to watch back. Mama Bear is here. Hi, Mama Bear. And let's see, Nancy Riker. Hey, Nancy. I'm so glad you're here. Chase Salmo. Hello, hello. Glad to have you here. Sharon Sipe. Hi, how are you? Great to have you. I have a lot of people. That's awesome. And let's see, Butterfly Kisses, anyone? Hello, Sue. So glad you're here. Joey Luna's here. Hello. And let me see. Abundant Life Tarot. Hi, Kim. I'm so glad you're here, Kim. I haven't seen you in a while. I hope you are doing well. Love to you. Tarot Living with Manasa. Hi, how are you? It's so good to see you. And I think we're at the end there. So again, please, if you have any questions, just put those in. It doesn't have to be caps. Make sure it's orange. So at Scorpio Moon, or Scott at Scorpio Moon Tarot, so that I can see them, so I can share them with Heather on here. Okay. Looks like there might be one. Oh no, Gina's just saying hit the like. Thank you, Gina. Let's just jump in. So hi, Heather.
Hi. So good to see you. Well, you get to see me today.
Yes, we get to see you today. And I saw you the other day, and I was like, wow, this is somebody who needs to be on my channel, because you just radiate, and you're an awesome person. So I'm just glad you're on my channel, and you're doing your first live with me. So I'm honored. So
I feel the same way.
yeah, so we're gonna do some questions, but first, do you want to do a card for the collective? We want to do that.
Sure,
All right.
sure.
So I will pull first. I'm going to use the universe has your back. So this is for everybody in chat and for me and Heather as well. There's one already. So collective for us, and we won't be doing readings, but we will do the collective, and the rest is going to be, trying getting to know Heather. So thank you guys for your support. I love this. I always trust the direction of the universe and know I'm being guided. It's awesome. I know I'm being guided.
I'm going to go with the Crystal Mandela Mini Deck by Alana Fairchild.
Awesome. Okay, yeah, Nancy, we're not doing readings this time. We're going to be actually interviewing Heather and getting to know her. But I will be having a live, I think, this weekend. And if you can hold on to them, I'd love to do a reading for you, okay? Right. And again, if you have any questions for Heather, please put those in orange at Scorpio Moon Tarot.
I cannot see this without this. This is the card we got. I'm trying to make sure you guys can see it.
Yeah, that's really pretty.
But it is Goddess Isis and Isis Crystal. She shall always prevail. And it says, the magnificent spiritual love within the heart empowers me to birth healing light through the dimensions for all beings I need. I am brave and bold, divinely determined, and manifest the highest healing outcomes. I participate willingly in the mysteries of my life with trust, and I am flowing a path which is awakening deeper inner wisdom and supporting my spiritual fulfillment. My courage inspires others to rise within wisdom, and I love my supreme allies. I am victorious. I am my energies constructive channels for creative manifestation. I choose to grow love in my heart and on this planet. And that's like exactly what we've been doing in this group.
That's awesome. So yeah, I love that.
Perfect.
And speaking of which, Jane just popped in. Hey, Jane.
Yep.
Thank you. I hope I didn't make you like rush your live. I really hope you didn't do that. So, I hope you feel better though. I know you're having some issues, some back issues, and I'm thinking about you. All right. And I saw somebody say hi, Zena. So Lisa must be here. Hi, Lisa. Lauren Huntsinger's here as well. Hey, Lauren. Thank you for coming. And I think there was one more that came in. No, maybe not. Okay, Jane says, no. That's just like Jane. Okay. Okay, as long as we didn't rush you. All right, so let's go ahead. Again, if you have any questions, just put at Scorpio Moon Tarot so I can see. And I'll give those to Heather. Again, it's at Scott Scorpio Moon Tarot. And so let's jump into it. All right. So first, I just want to know, Heather, what do you want others to know about you besides tarot, away from tarot?
I know that's kind of my whole life at this point, like a lot of it, but
Gotcha. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a mom. I'm married.
How many kids do you have? If you don't mind sharing.
Two. I have a 23-year-old and a 16-year-old.
You have a 23-year-old.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't think you were much more than 23.
I get that a lot. It's like you look way younger than you. I'm 41.
No, I thought for sure you were in your 20s. Like, I didn't even. Wow, that's crazy. Okay. There you go. That's awesome. Are they still at home or not?
My son doesn't. He's married. He lives with his husband. And then I just have my daughter. She's at home. She's 16, so she's at home still.
Gotcha. Awesome. All right. Well, thank you for that. So I wanted to know, I don't think I know, but you went over it a little bit with me. Why don't you share about your name, the Silver Star Priestess? So what does that mean to you, and why did you choose that?
I actually chose it. It's kind of ironically funny. Isis came out today because I'm attracted to a set, which is Isis and Egypt. which I believe they're Syrian beings, a lot of them. So I chose the silver star because of the Sirius beings
Love that.
and
Yeah.
that constellation. And I was a high priestess in Egypt multiple times. I have
Really?
memories of being there. It's only glimpses, but I do have memories.
Wow, that's awesome. So are these memories, did they come to you like in dreams, or have you seen them, just
They
like you're seeing me
started with
now?
dreams. That's how like a lot of my gifts started, was in dreams. And well, that's part of it. Like I was clairaudient and stuff all my life. Like I always had gifts, but like I started having prophetic dreams and like deep dreams when I got after I had my son. Actually, he triggered my first awakening.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I was 17 when I had him.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
So that was a interesting experience. But yeah, I started having memories and dreams about being in Egypt. I think the coolest one was, I still love it to this day, because I was in Egypt. I was looking for something, and it was something like lime green, and all of a sudden I was teleported into a pyramid.
Wow.
And I was sitting on my own sarcophagus, which I knew I was sitting on it. And this green and yellow light shined through, because you know how they have that light for the pharaohs and stuff to like transcend,
Hmm.
but they did that in all the pyramids. So they were structurally designed that way. And they said, we have a gift for you. And I woke up the next day, and then I was watching the History Channel. This is actually when TV was on TV, like actual events. And
Right. Wow.
said 2 newly discovered healing temples in Egypt. And that's the ones I dreamt of. That's how it
That's
started.
awesome. That's awesome. All right. So, Jane wants to know if you feel like you were a Vestal Virgin. Do you know what a Vestal Virgin is? Because it took me a couple
Is that
times
the
before I.
Greeks in the Greek pantheon, right?
I'm not sure. I know what I know about it, and probably better to ask Jane in her chat. But from what I know about it is women who were chosen to be virgins, who were given the gift of basically knowing all the secrets of the universe and about why we're here, all that.
It honestly wouldn't shock me. I have memories
Right.
of being in Greece and Rome and all those ancient civilizations. I'm sure I reincarnated multiple times. I remember Atlantis, so
You remember Atlantis?
yeah, I
Oh
remember
my
it
gosh.
falling. I remember we warned them. They didn't want to listen, so I was like, I just remember everybody screaming, and I would go walking through a portal. And my next
Wow.
lifetime was in Egypt. That's the one I remember anyway.
Right. Wow. Yeah. So Jane says Roman, and then they kept the fire burning in Rome.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yes. They were the flame keepers, right?
Could be.
Yep.
Yeah. I
I
know they
guarantee
were the
you.
keeper of secrets. I remember looking at that because I looked it up after Jane asked me if I was a Vestal Virgin. I'm like, I don't know what that is. So I looked it up, and so yeah, it's interesting.
Just because I have memories of like other civilizations.
Oh, I can't hear you.
Sorry, stupid phone call. I should have put on
There
do
you
not
go.
disturb. I just,
Yeah, it took me a while to do that. No, no, no problem. All
but
right,
yeah,
let
it
me
wouldn't
see.
shock me.
Hi, greeter. Welcome, welcome. All right. Well, thank you for letting me know that. That's awesome. So how about your tarot journey? What would you like to share about that?
Um, I wanted to share a little bit because of like, especially people who are taught that tarot is bad and stuff and all that. Because I was raised like that. And I was very different. So I was like, I don't want to burn in hell, thinking I was a bad person. So
Right.
I started that when I was, I think, about 18, 17, 18. I started getting tarot and stuff, and I was so freaked out, I ended up throwing all my cards away. And I had cards
Mm,
for, like, I think I had, like, an angel deck that I ended up throwing away because I was just really freaked out by it.
right.
Because, my upbringing, I was raised Mormon, so,
Yep.
and so I came back to it. After my first husband died, I restarted my journey. That's when I, like, really committed and
Right.
just got into it because I was like, I need something, and religion is not it for me.
Yep, same thing here. I think we talked about it earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I'm from the Southern Baptist, the Bible Belt. You're from the kind of Mormon territory. And yeah, I was like, ooh, how was that? And it ended up kind of being the same because we had kind of the same type journeys. It was just a different, it's still steep, very steeped in religion where we were
Yep.
from. So I love to hear like how people discovered that, well, I don't think this is right for me. There's something going on that doesn't click up here,
Yeah.
even though everybody else says that this is the way that lives around me, right?
Mm-hmm. It was like all you want to do is be normal, and I was always the odd duck. So it was just
Huh.
like
Yep.
I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna embrace who I am because I remember questioning them at like 12. I was like, how is this right? I was like, this is a crock of crap. Try not to swear.
I'm okay with it. As yeah,
But when you're like 12 and you're looking like, you all are stupid. What's wrong with you?
yeah, and I got the same thing. It was very different, not like anybody around this area. So I understand that completely. So thanks for sharing that. Again, if you guys want to ask a question, feel free. Heather wants to answer any of your questions you may have. Just make sure you put on at Scott at Scorpio Moon Tarot. I should be in the chat, so just tag me so I can ask that to Heather and put you up here on. Well, not you yourself, but the question, so that Heather can see it. Okay. And so I want to know about your channel. Tell me about the Silver Star Priestess channel.
I actually started, I don't know if you guys know who V Love and Crystals is. Most people do. I started like doing tarot, and then I asked her, I had her pull some cards, and I was like, should I start a channel? Because I was feeling that. Then right after I did, you know what hit? Because I started my channel, 2020? April 2020 or April 2019? Sorry. I think that was it. We all know what came. But yeah, so it just felt like it was needed. It's been, I think with anything like creative, it's you put your heart and soul into it.
Yep.
So it just becomes like a part of you. And like the community, I think it's the community too that you build and just like help, as long as you're able to help other individuals. And I don't know, it's just a whole aspect that feels so good to me. I like to help people, always been like that.
Yep. Definitely. And people are just relating to you, about the church religion and all that, relating to that a lot. Let's see, Jane, you said oops at, so did you ask me a question? Because I did not get it. If you don't mind repeating that, if you did have one. And let me see here. So where do you want your, so I know I've been on your channel a few times, so I know you do wonderful pick a card readings. Is that the main thing that you do on there?
Yeah, I did that. Like, honestly, I've kind of bounced around. I just do whatever I kind of feel like. Like,
That's
I've done
cool.
collectives. I've done like, I love pick a card, so that's why I do pick a cards. And plus, I like watching pick a cards because I find when you have a multiple choice, you can usually resonate with one of them. And sometimes they just
Mm-hmm.
don't resonate. I just try to reach as many people as I can doing it that way, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
There's a method to my madness.
Gotcha. Gotcha. I love that you want to reach other people, and I think that's a great reason to start a channel and to do a channel. So that's awesome. We have a question from Tony. Tony says that, do you have any issues from your old congregation or from old congregation members being a Rito now? She said, Old Soul Mermaid has been trolled for walking away from Mormon background.
Um, I kind of didn't ever feel like I was a part of it, I guess. So it just never resonated with me. I started fighting
Right.
back when I was pretty young.
Okay, so you got out of it before any of that could start kind of.
And when I got older, I think I tried other religion. I actually got baptized Catholic, tried
Wow. Okay.
that. And I didn't understand why I didn't fit anywhere. I just wasn't meant to. And I accept it now. Like my mom, I think, is a little more like me than she wants to admit. Because
Gotcha.
she was pretty strict about it when I was young, but now she's kind of like more open-minded. But I do have family that say I'm going to go to hell, and because I taught my niece that I got her a tarot deck, but she already had tarot decks and she's already like me in a way. So I honestly just don't care what they think.
Oh, right. Yeah. There comes a time and point when you're just like, I'm going to be me. And that's it.
Exactly. That's where I'm at. I'm just like, you know what? I'm not apologizing for who I am because I can only be me. And I don't want to live where I'm hating myself because other people's opinions.
Yep. Absolutely. And you just mentioned your tarot. So here's perfect question from Jackie. Do you have a big library of decks?
Considering to most readers, I don't know. I probably have like maybe 100 decks. Maybe.
That's a lot for some, and
And
that's
I'm more
awesome. I'm a
oracle
collector
than
too. So,
tarot, but I'm more intuitive than I am system based.
so you said more Oracle,
And I have way more oracle.
dude.
I probably have maybe 20 tarot decks and probably good 50 oracle.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I'm the opposite. I have more tarot than I do Oracle, but I love Oracle cards as well. I like the. Do you like to use them together?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like to do both. So,
Do you throw like Oracle on top of your tarot readings sometimes?
mhm.
Or I don't know if you mind me asking you this. If not, just tell me. But do you do tarot readings on the side, or do you have a like a business with that, or is it just something
I have
that you do?
friends I do them for, and I do have an Etsy, but I'm sure
Yes,
my
that's right.
readings are a little pricey. But honestly, if I have to take the time to do a reading, I need to be compensated for my energy. And I'm just like, okay, I need
Yeah.
to raise my prices because that's not valuing myself.
Right. Right. No, I understand that completely. Jackie, if you could, I know Jackie was looking at. We were both looking together while we were typing together yesterday. She found your shop. So, Jackie, can you put in um, Heather's Etsy shop, please, so we can all go and look at that? It'd be awesome.
Yeah, I really need to put some other options up there. I really need to put some other options. But if you looked at my Etsy, you'll see I have some other stuff up there I've been working on, which are intention candles.
Right.
So they're
Wow.
to meditate with and to tap into a certain energy if you need like assistance in a block or just like that extra little boost to that connection with like your guides or your ancestors. I think I made an ancestor candle was the last one
Wow.
that I made. So
That's awesome. Yeah. That's awesome. So, Greeter says, sorry, no one has the right to tell you you're going to hell. Pisses me off big time. Leave it to the higher power. What makes them an expert? Yeah, it's just someone's opinion to
exactly.
everybody.
It's perception, and I'm like, that's fine. You can believe what you want, but that's not what I believe.
You know, I read recently, it said, it goes right along with what you and Greeter are saying. It said that someone's opinion is the lowest form of knowledge. Think about that for a minute.
Because they
But
don't know you.
exactly. Yeah.
They're making preconceived judgments off a little bit that they do know about you. That's why when it comes to my family, I'm like, you weren't around my whole life, so who do you have the right to judge me? You can just bite me.
Right. I gotcha. Hi, Bibiani. I see you there. Welcome, welcome. Tony wants to know favorite type of tarot.
mm, I have to say right away.
Gotcha.
I like those decks. Like I love the Mermaid Tarot. I don't know if you have that deck.
I think so. Yeah. Is it the one by Lisa Robertson?
I can't remember who this one's by. I'm trying to get it out of the bag.
It's a Llewellyn deck. Yes. That's the
This
one
is
by
like
Lisa Robertson. Yes.
this
That's a
is the
good
one
one.
I first bought. Like this was my first tarot deck I bought myself.
Really? That's awesome.
Hmm.
That's so
I
cool.
love it.
Yeah, it is
Very
a good one.
watery deck.
Yeah, it is. Did you know she has a new deck that just came out
No, I'm
from the
trying to be cool.
circus? It's circus. It's like based on a circus. It's a
I don't like the
cirque.
circus.
What's that?
The circus creeps me out.
Oh,
I don't
does it?
know
Okay,
why.
you might want to pass on that one.
It's like I don't
Yeah,
know that and like I don't know carnivals. I don't know. There's something about clowns. I don't like clowns. Like they don't scare me, but I don't like them.
right. Gotcha. Yeah, I think there's a lot of people who don't like clowns. It is kind of a testimony to that. So Melinda says, I'm going to hell, and most family thoughts for being gay. Me too. I don't believe in their hell. Yep. Hell is
Yep.
between my ears, and it's my choice if I visit. There you go.
Yep. I honestly think hell is a state of mind. I've lived in hell, literal hell for years. And I'm just like, you know what? I just choose me. I choose to be happy and I choose to do what I want and I choose to heal myself. Everybody else's opinion doesn't matter outside me at this point.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. And in fact, there's a lot of spiritual teachers who have been out for a long time and have been studying things like this. And they say that Earth is actually the densest of all places in the universe. So if you can make it through here, this is hell.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, is what they're saying. If it's the densest, this is hell. So we're all here to learn lessons and everything, and break is hard sometimes. So.
Yeah.
Let me make sure I didn't miss anybody here.
I swear I had to be up there and be like, I'm gonna go down, I'm gonna do all this stuff. And then I got down here. I remember the conversation with my guides. I'm like, take me back home. I don't want to be down here.
Right. Oh my goodness. Did you really?
Mm-hmm. I was like 4.
Wow. Okay.
It's actually really sad. I wanted to die at 4. I was just like, I can't. This is so hard.
Oh.
I literally,
Yeah.
my guides are like, you have to be here. I remember that conversation. I was like, no, but it's so hard.
Right. Yeah. Everybody's here for a reason. Yeah. You either learn or
Sink
learn
or swim.
eventually. Go ahead.
Sink or swim.
Yep. Or you learn from your mistakes, or you keep repeating them over and over and over again. Like I have to a lot of times. And then I'm like, finally, okay, trying to stop this. Let's learn the lesson so we don't, keep
Repeat it.
going. And yeah.
Yep.
Kim says that on Ancestor Candle sounds lovely. Kim, you'll have to check out her shop.
Yeah, so I think I can't even remember. I think I named one of them Filmy Flow. There's that one. And then I have ones that I worked with Kali Ma. She gave me the information and I just did what she asked me to do because I work with her a lot.
That's awesome. I love Kali as well. Do you have the Kali Oracle?
Yes, I do.
I have that on my wish list. That's cool.
I love her. Oh, she's amazing. She actually came to me and like all the misconceptions of how she's explained. And when she came to me, it was just like the most overwhelming, loving, motherly feeling. Like I've never felt that in
Really?
my life.
That's awesome. Yeah, that is awesome. I want to get to know more about her as well. Let's see. Oops. Highlight greeter. Everyone is a human being for Pete's sake. I look at a person's spirit. Yes, if they are a good person and have good morals and decency, etc., no matter who they are. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
So, okay, and let me just make sure I didn't. Jackie put up your Etsy shop. Thank you, Jackie.
Thank you, Jackie. You guys are also amazing. I just feel so blessed that I found all of you. Like, not crying. But yes, that's how I felt. I just love every one of you. You've been really good to me.
Yeah, I feel the same way. This group kind of came and rescued me at a time when I really needed them, and I hope I can just give back. And I know you give back so much by being that person in chat that is always happy, always supporting everyone, always, if someone says something that others might be like, oh, I can't say anything about that because of, they're whatever, they're feeling bad about themselves. You're like, hey, I'm gonna pray for you. I'm gonna put my light and my hugs to you, and I love that. I love to see that. So,
It's the Aries in me, I guess, the forever child.
oh, right,
I don't know what it is. It's just who I am.
right.
I want everybody to be happy, and I make a lot of really bad jokes, but it's because I want people to laugh.
Yep.
Especially when you're like if you're in a bad mood or you're having a hard day and somebody can make you laugh, like it eases it a little bit.
Right. I gotcha. I just wanted to address what Gritter says. Gritter, you do not have to be sorry at all. And I did notice that you were stepping up today, and you were saying some things. And I think Heather is probably on my StreamYard. Heather is probably, the one who has, been able to pull that out of you. So I'm so glad that you do speak up. There's nothing wrong for you to speak up sometimes. So
Nope.
thank you for letting us know that. Awesome, awesome. Do you have, like, I would say, what is your life purpose? Would you have an answer for me? Or I know that's, like, I'm still learning mine. So I was just kind of wondering if you knew that.
For the most part, I mean, I know I'm here to help heal. I know I'm here to help guide humanity. And as much as I have studied and learned about myself, I've actually, I don't know if you guys have ever looked into human design, but I'm
Okay.
a projector. So
Oh,
if you
wow.
read into projectors, they're the guides of humanity to help the manifestors and the manifesting generators uh, live their producers, because they're the ones who actually produce things.
Hmm.
Guides, like, I'm just meant to help guide people in the right direction,
That's awesome.
because I want them to be empowered so they can do what they need to do for themselves. Like, that's my goal. Like, I know that's a big part of my purpose, is to help other individuals.
Absolutely. I was just looking at some of the Heathers, or the Heathers. I don't even know what I'm saying. It's so funny because my best friend in Florida is named Heather. I was like thinking about her because she might stop in, and I was like, the Heathers. No, I was just
Mm-hmm.
reading chat back here. And so Greeter says she's really glad that you joined, and Jane as well. And yeah, she says she feels that goal as well. Yeah, awesome, fascinating. Do tell more. I've never heard much about human design. Can you say a little bit more about that?
Um, Honestly, the best way to like look into it is it's calculated by your birthday.
Okay.
It's calculated by your birth time, and I don't know if it includes the state, but you can honestly just Google it. I've looked into mine a lot, but specifically just mine, I need to learn more about it because it's another system. It's like, how many
Yeah.
systems do I need to learn? But yeah,
Right. Right.
manifestors are the ones who like manifest things. And manifesting generators can generate energy as well as manifest. And they all are based off of energy centers too in your body, just like the chakra system, but you have a system that is within the human design specific to you. Um, like me, I have I think it says it's an undefined solar plexus, so I don't produce energy.
Oh wow.
I get energy from other people. So like because I'm not a manifesting generator or a generator, I don't produce that energy. So I don't realize when I give too much sometimes. Part of being an empath, same kind of concept. You give too much and you feed, basically you get energy from people around you. And because you're like taking in that energy, it's very exhausting.
I know exactly. And in fact, while you were saying that, before you said about the empath, I was going to ask, consider yourself to be an empath because
Yeah.
it's kind of a a gaydar kind of thing, the other people who are gay, and it's like the empaths know each other, and I'm like, I think
Hmm.
with most people that if they are in this chat, I think everyone that's in this community is probably an empath to some degree.
Yeah.
So
It's just defining like what your strongest gift is. Like, I think that's one of my strongest gifts is my empathic abilities. I'm very
right,
empathic. That's probably my strongest gift. But yes, I
that's
am
awesome.
clairaudient. Yes, I'm claircognizant. Yes, I do just know things. I see things. I've had
Oh,
visions. Um,
wow.
but my strongest one is my empath. That's why when I do read, you hear me say I feel, because I feel it.
Before you knew that you were an empath, did you have a time, like maybe your childhood or adolescence, where that was kind of working against you because you were taking in all the energy and you didn't know where it was coming from?
Yeah, it was to my detriment. And it was to
Yeah.
learn for like the journey for the empath is to learn boundaries and to honor yourself.
Yes, yes, absolutely. And that next thing I was going to ask is, what do you do differently that that it's use it for a strength?
Um, I know if I feel that feeling and I'm being told not to do something, not to do it, not to go
Right.
somewhere. Like, I will get a strong sense of like even people around me. Sometimes I have to pinpoint who it's to do with. because I've warned a lot of people about things too and didn't know that was like my empath abilities. And they were used against me. Don't kid yourself. My first husband used my gifts against me. So
Right. Right. And it's easy when you're an empath and you don't know, that's a strength that it makes you kind of makes you have a superpower.
it's
It
a
really
radar.
does.
It's like
And,
your north node. It's giving you direction, but sometimes we don't listen because we want to think, oh well, this person wouldn't do that, or da 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 da. Whatever reason you don't listen to it, we've all done it a million times, and it bit us in our own ass.
and I think you just said something really monumental right there. And you said being an empath is like the North Node. And I'll just say, if anybody doesn't know what the North Node is, it's you should look it up because I think that's pretty profound what you just said. That's awesome. And I wrote it down. So, yeah. So for me, the North Node is kind of like the, tell me if I'm wrong, life purpose,
Mm-hmm.
where you should be headed, where you
Mm-hmm.
are headed if you're following.
That's also where your struggle is, where you are afraid to go and where you have to step up
Uh,
in.
mm-hmm.
See, I'm a Leo North Node and I don't like to be seen.
Wow. Okay.
So
That's
I've really had
interesting.
to work
Yeah.
on that because I was an Aquarius in my past life. That's your South Node is your past.
Right. Right. Yeah.
So my Aquarius, that's more like to yourself, very intellectual and coming from the mind. Instead of coming from the mind, you have to learn to come from the heart. It's like the
Right.
polarization.
Right. Think of it as your true north. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Absolutely. So this leads me to my next question. Really cool. You're just leading me into the questions, so that's awesome. What subjects do you like to read upon or learn upon, books, etc., that you like to have?
Ooh. I don't know if you guys know who, I think it's Lisa Royal Holt. Have you read any of her books? She made the Galactic Heritage deck, I think it's called. She has a book.
Oh,
She
really?
has several books, but it's basically extraterrestrials. It's
Oh,
about
wow.
them.
Okay.
Lyran Lost, I think, is one of the books, and I can't remember all of them, but I love her books. I loved Lavender Moon's book too, Amber Twan's book. Her
Right.
book was really good. What did I just get finished reading? The Celtic Way of Seeing.
Oh,
Can't
wow.
remember who
Okay.
the author is, but it's basically I got a message. It's actually with this deck. Do I have the deck down here? I don't think I have the deck down here. I was holding one of the cards in my hands. I heard the medicine wheel. I was like, well, what the hell's a medicine wheel? Is that even a real thing? Which
Right.
obviously my guides gave it to me, so it was a real thing. And then I looked it up, and that was a whole rabbit hole.
Oh, yeah.
So I got the one for the Celts because I have a lot of Celtic history, but also the Native Americans have a medicine wheel. So there's several civilizations. It just depends on what you look into. And then stone circles, those are healing circles. Those are medicine wheels. Like when you
Right.
think of Stonehenge and that's what they are.
That's awesome. Yeah. I don't know a lot about Celtic either, but I have a few Celtic decks just because I love the imagery in them. I have the Universal Celtic and I have a regular Celtic Tarot, which is a pretty big one. So, yeah, I need to learn through the book because the Celtic Tarot is like a really big book in it. So I want to learn
They're
more
always
about
like
that.
really in depth when you go off of Celtic. I mean, every system is really. I mean, the Celts have their own zodiac system.
Wow, really? I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
so it's based off like the week you were born and not the month instead. So
Okay.
then you have trees that are associated because you have I can't even remember. It's like trees that are associated with your birth time, like your area.
Right.
But yeah, it's just like any other system, you have associations. It's interesting.
That's awesome. That's so cool. Yeah. So, do you have other channels that you love to watch on YouTube, and
Mm,
what are they?
I watch all of you guys. I love Lexi the Leo. She's really good too. She does pick the cards.
What's her name?
Lexi the Leo.
I haven't heard of her.
She's really good. She does a lot of really in-depth readings, which I find myself drawn to people who talk on deeper topics.
Right. Yep.
Like a lot of people talk about, no offense, to each their own, whatever floats your boat, you know, just very, I don't know. I just am a very deep person, so I can't watch like what's the tea on this person or this or that. Like I've
Yeah.
watched a ton of that crap and it was like, that's played out. I can't
Yeah.
watch it anymore. It hurts my brain.
Yeah. I was asking you before, because it must have been someone else, about Nicholas Ashby. If you want someone who goes in depth with tarot, and he does like a monthly, where he will do each sign and give them their own specific reading, and he goes like into like 2 hours for each.
Wow.
It is just the way that he knows tarot. He has such a gentle and kind heart, but he has a huge channel on here, Nicholas Ashby. I bet you would love it. So
Ariel from Dragon Tell Tarot. I love her. She's
what's
one
the
of my
name again?
favorite. Ariel from Dragon Tell Tarot.
Okay.
She's really good. I love her. She's the sweetest person. And then, of course, Jane and you and Ron and everybody in this
Thank
group.
you.
I've pretty much been watching all of your guys' stuff. I've just been hanging out with you guys.
Yep. Same here. That's awesome. And so see if I missed any. Did I miss any questions at all? If I did, please let me know. And we are doing really good. We're already 45 minutes in. It seems like it's flying. So, do you have any specific like music, TV, movies that you like to do, or spare time hobbies besides what you mentioned before?
I do watch TV, but I try to limit my TV.
Yeah.
So I honestly don't watch TV too much, but I will, like, on my days off and when I need to, like, unwind, I will put on something for background noise just because I like background noise. But I watched the series Last Kingdom. That's my favorite series. I
Of the
love
Last
it.
Kingdom.
Yes, I love that series. I'm waiting for the Peaky Blinders to come out. That's really brutal if you don't like bloody, gory gangster stuff. Shit like that.
Okay.
Outlander's been is one of my favorite shows too. I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen any of these shows.
I've tried to get into Outlanders, and I was not able to get into it, but like I'm a Game of Thrones freak. Like I love Game of Thrones, and it took me like 4 to 5 times to try to get into it. I could not get past the first episode. Somebody's like, just get past the first episode, you'll be hooked, and that's exactly what happened. Did you
Just
watch
when
Game
you
of
get into the
Thrones?
characters, yes, I love Game of Thrones. I love the
Yay!
dragon chick. Oh my gosh, what is her name? When she comes out of the fire with
Oh,
the 3 baby dragons.
oh yeah, I can't. Daenerys?
Daenerys, yes. That was my
Yeah.
favorite scene in the whole movie. I was like, yes, dragons!
Awesome. Hey, Karen, how are you? Glad you're here. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, did you have the Game of Thrones tarot deck?
I don't. I loved the series. I'm honestly, Last Kingdom is like my favorite show.
Last Kingdom.
Even over Game of Thrones. That tells you how much
Really?
I really liked it. Yeah, I just loved it. It was so good.
I wrote it down. I'm going to have to try to check it out. Is that Netflix?
Mm-hmm.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Let's see. I have a question. Okay. Thank you, Joey. Let's see what you got here. Okay, Joey Luna says, I have a question. I am working, so don't know if anyone asked already. What's the deck you think everyone should have? Yeah, nobody's asked that.
Honestly, I think that's really personal preference. It really depends on what speaks to you because everybody is different.
Yep.
Like, that's the best thing I can say with that. I mean, I have my ones that I love, but that's not going to speak to you, somebody else the way it speaks to me. It's all about how
Exactly.
that imagery speaks to you.
What's the one that speaks to you the most?
Decks that speak to me the most?
Yeah. Doesn't have to be one.
Probably Rebecca Campbell's decks. I really love her decks. They really speak to me.
Mm-hmm.
Probably her decks up the most. Very, Oh, it really just depends on my mood too, but like whatever you're going through, that's why I have so many decks, because I think anybody has, sometimes you need an energy shift,
Right. Yeah.
and your mood also depicts of like what deck you're gonna pick. I don't know. I love V-Love and Crystal. I don't know if you guys have seen any of her decks. I've used them in my pick-a-cards. Like her decks actually really speak to me. They're very just straightforward to me. I'll see
That's
if I
cool.
can show you a card.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
This is the Fortune Cookie deck.
Oh, cool.
And
Do
it's
you
like
hold it a little closer to the camera for us? See, and a little to your center. There we go. Perfect.
I have
That's
like a
awesome.
glare, sorry.
Oh
But yeah, I
no,
love
you're
her
good.
decks are just, let me see if I can get a different card. Other way.
Awesome. That's the fortune cookie
Yeah,
tarot. Is that
that's
what
the
it's called?
Fortune Cookie. I have her Fillings in Bloom. I have her Winter's Embrace. I have her Autumn's Delight deck. I love her
Wow.
decks. They're really, like, if you just need like a quick answer and to pull like 3 cards, like I find when I do pick-a-cards, even with her cards, they all like resonate. The piles like go together. It's
Mm-hmm.
weird how the deck works, but that's how her decks work for me. So but I love those ones. I don't even know whose deck this was, but the Silver Edges Moon deck. This one off of Etsy.
It's called Silver Edges.
Silver something, Silver
Silver
Moon or
stuff.
Silver something. I don't know,
Well,
probably
I
because it
like.
was silver and they have silver gilded edges and they're
Yeah,
just absolutely just freaking beautiful.
that is pretty. I'm like writing down stuff. I don't know if anybody in chat is. So, check out so much that you've mentioned. You have a lot of knowledge, and I love that. I just wanted to make a comment. I know somebody else who likes Rebecca Campbell decks, and that's Jane. And she has the rose, and you probably have the 3 oracles. I have Starseed and Work Your Light, and I don't have the rose. But
I just got it.
did you just get it?
I
That was my
just barely
question. And
got it because of her.
did you know that the artist, now I don't think it's Rebecca Campbell, but the artist is Danielle Knoll. She's the same
Hmm.
artist for all 3 of them, same illustrator. She has a tarot, 2 tarots. So she has the Star Child and the Moon Child tarot that are available on
Oh, I think
Etsy.
I was
And
looking at those.
what's that?
I was looking at those.
Were you? I was going to say it just
Yes.
drips Daniel Knoll. I knew who it was even before, and I thought it might have been Rebecca Campbell, but it's just Daniel Knoll. But it drips of that artistry. So if you like that, those are good
I
ones.
have like something weird to tell you too.
Yeah.
Campbell is my maiden name.
Oh, that's awesome.
Probably why I like those decks a lot too. I'm like, she is my last name.
Yep. A little synchronicity going on there. Yep. I'm going to hold with the doc's office there. Gorgeous. Yep. Jane says, I love Work Your Light. Yeah, I would say out of the 2, I like Work Your Light a little bit better than the other, but I like them both.
I was looking for the other deck. I think you guys have seen me use that deck numerous. If you watch my pick of cards, you'll see me use these decks a lot. But I don't know, for some reason these guys really speak to me too.
Oh, I don't have that Mother Earth mandala oracle.
Mm-hmm. And then
I
I
like
think
the
it's the same
symbol.
artist that does these 2. I'm not quite sure. I don't know if it's the same artist, but yeah, this one's good too.
Messages from Moonlight. Oh, I don't have that one either. I've never seen that one. Who's that by?
This one is by Joyce Huntington.
There we
Joyce
go.
Huntington.
Okay.
And then this one is by Fanny. I can't even pronounce that name.
I can't see. Fanny. Yeah. I'm sure we could find it if just put
But
in
yeah,
by
if you just
Fanny.
look up Mother Earth Oracle, like they're really not that hard to find. They're pretty simple, like titles, which I
Right.
like. I Google everything anyway.
Right. Yeah. That's cool. So I know you said you had more oracles than you do tarot, correct?
I do. I have a lot of Oracle, more Oracle than anything, but I like it. One of my favorite decks, though, I totally forgot. The Herb Crafters Tarot.
Go this way a little bit.
This deck?
Okay, there you go. Perfect. Oh
The
yeah,
Herb
I've
Crafters
seen
Tarot.
that one. Yeah, I've
I
seen that one before.
love this deck. I didn't know how much I would like it, but once I got it, I was like, oh my gosh, I love this deck. Like, there's the Death card.
Oh wow, I love that.
All right.
That is cool.
They have just, the imagery is just really beautiful.
Oh yeah, that's really pretty.
Just naturey, and it comes with an herb you can work with for the day or the week or whatever,
Right.
which I work a lot with herbs, so.
That's cool. Do you have like specific decks that you like work with for a week, or do you just use different ones every day?
This one, the Herb Crafter, is the one I keep by my bed usually. And I've been
Gotcha. That's
really
cool.
using this one the last like 6 months. I don't know, there's something about this specific deck. I like the Crow Tarot too. It really depends on what I'm reading for too.
Right. Yeah. Kim says she loves the Herb Crafters as well.
It's a beautiful deck. I love it. Lots of knowledge in there and ways you can use the herb.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I don't know if you can see Jane here. She's had no doll
I'm
heads.
so blind. I have to wear my glasses to like read anything.
Jane said, and no doll heads. She
No
got
doll
on
heads.
to me because I was talking
I
about
don't like dolls either. Isn't that
well,
weird?
I don't either, but that much. But unless they're spooky, but I mean, I do unless they're spooky. But the beautiful creatures deck, I really like that one. But all the dolls kind of look alike, but they're not scary dolls. They're really optimistic dolls, but they are kind of crying a lot. So I don't know. Hey Jay, how are you?
Hi, Jay.
Let's see if I missed anything. Okay, here we go. What's your 5 go-to Oracle decks? Awesome question, Tony.
Let's see. This one's one of them. The Mother
Right.
Earth. The Crystal and Mandela by Alana Fairchild. That's
Okay. Awesome.
these are really good. I love the Mystic Mondays crystal deck too, because you can grid with it.
I have that, the Crystal Grid deck.
I love the
Yeah.
Isis Oracle.
Was it called the last one?
Probably, yeah, the Isis Oracle is probably one that I
the
go
Isis.
to. Yeah, this one. I have the pocket editions because I have really small hands. So I have a hard time with the bigger cards. Usually go to those because those I could pull out, because they're all Alana Fairchild. I find I could pull out one of each and it gives me the message I need. It's just very clear. I like the Spellcasters deck.
Yeah.
But I have to say, I really am digging the Rose one, and I just got the Work Your Light one too. So I'm really, really liking the Rose deck, though. That one's like one of my new favorites.
That's cool. That's cool. So I want to ask you this because I have passed on the Rose a few times, and the reason why is because for me, I do like the Work Your Light. I do like the Starseed, but they seem kind of similar. So what is different than the Rose? I want to pick your brain on this one than the other two.
Well, Starseed, it's more galactic.
Right.
The Work Your Light is more like, I don't even know how to explain that bit. It's just more like what I feel like that one gives you more direction. Like with the Work Your Light is how I'd phrase it. The Rose one, it's really soft. I love the energy. It's very feminine. And just, I like the energy of it. I like the way her cards feel in my hands too.
Mm-hmm. So
like,
is it kind of like, go ahead, I'm sorry.
I'm all about how a deck feels. I think you can relate how it feels in your hands if it doesn't feel right.
Yeah, absolutely. I love with the rose petaled and the softer the mat, I love it. So but sometimes you have trouble shuffling those, but yeah, there's good and bad to each one. You got a question here from Jackie. Do you read for your husband? Does he read tarot or not into woo-woo stuff?
No, he's not into any of it. He calls me a hippie all the time. He's like, "You're a hippie."
You're a hippie.
I was like, how does it make me a hippie to like the stuff I like? That just makes me me. I didn't realize like everybody kept telling me that. How like more bohemian I was. Then I was like, I dress nice. I just like stuff with like patterns on it. I
Me
don't know.
too. I guess I'm a
I don't.
hippie too then.
You like what you like, and yeah. I'm just like, what are you talking about? You have no judgments. Quit pointing that small nose at me before I bite it off.
Gotcha.
No, he doesn't like tarot. Like he's allowed me to be me though, which is good. And he
Yeah.
accepts me for me, and that's all that matters. He's just
Yep.
very, which is weird because he's a Pisces, but he's got a Virgo moon, so he's very logical.
Right. Those
And
are two different. Those were really weird to put together. I would say.
well, it's the
Pisces and
opposite sign.
yeah, or well, that's I didn't know that, but that makes sense.
Yeah, so it's very, I'm like, if he's like this nitpicky with me, I can't even imagine how self-critical he was. Like he is
Yeah.
with himself.
Yeah. Definitely. Let me see here. Though I don't see any other questions. How about we pull one more card for the collective, and then we
Yep.
can call it a day if you want. This has been so much
Sure.
fun, so thank you.
And I'm going to actually pull from, I actually made me a super deck. It's the
Did you
Fillings in
really?
Bloom
Okay, we're gonna have to talk about this
and
for a minute.
the Fillings in Bloom and then the Winter's Embrace by V Love and Crystals. I just put them together.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
That's what I did
I've
with this
never
one
done
too.
that yet.
Two different decks, just put them together. I find if the author or the artist and the author, they use the same consistency, you can do that.
That's cool.
So,
I'm gonna let you go first. I'm still. I think we'll stick with this one. I'm gonna let you go first, though. We're doing one at the end and one at the. We did one in the beginning, but sometimes there's a lot of people in the end that are not in the beginning, so we want to do a collective for all of you. And if you're here for the beginning and the end, you get 2 or 4. So there you go.
I got 3, so.
Awesome. Go for it.
Oh, this is so sweet. It says, anxious, my nerves won't get the best of me. So don't let your anxieties and your nerves get the best of you. I had a little pep talk with me about being nervous about coming on here. So I'm like, it's okay. They'll be nice. They're not gonna.
Oh,
They're not gonna be mean. Like that's me getting up in my own head. So don't be anxious and don't let your feelings control you. Don't let those dictate where you go. Embrace your uniqueness because you are incomparable. There's only one of you, and nobody can give the energy that you have. And we literally got the Aurora Borealis energy.
ooh, I love that.
You are very unique, very beautiful, and shine your light and don't be afraid to do it.
Wow, I love that. And I think I can say for everyone, like you have not seemed nervous. This is like natural for you. So I'd say, gosh, you need to do lives. You need to do, that whatever, you come, you get out of this, just know that you have the confidence to do this. So, I mean, you just radiate on screen. So don't, yeah. And I'm just happy that I got to be the first one to do a live with you. So
You wouldn't think that
no
I
nerves.
suffered from really bad self-confidence issues. I used to suffer really bad from self-confidence issues and not thinking I was worthy or good enough.
I understand. I
And
do.
that's
And
something that a lot of us have to learn to overcome and just let ourselves be
mm-hmm.
seen because most people, if they love
Yeah.
you, they will be there no matter what. And they accept your quirks.
Yep.
They love your quirks. So don't be afraid to
Exactly.
be you.
And it's like when we were, talking about being brought up by, in religious households, religious environments, it's like if you're different, then it's not good. So you tend to kind of hold that back. And then now you're in a community where different is good. And it's like totally different, isn't it? It's just,
And so I was like, am
it's
I
just
not different
nice.
enough? I've actually had that conversation with myself. Am I not different enough? Am I not quirky enough? Do I
Yeah.
gotta be a rainbow sheep and go across the screen?
Yeah. And Jackie says you did brilliant.
Well, thank you guys. I love you
And
guys so
as
much.
Viviani says, you bring great energy to the chats, Heather. Yeah, you do. You do. All right, so
Oh,
I got one more that I pulled. Oh, through prayer and meditation, I create a ripple effect of peace in the world. Yeah,
Oh, that's so
just holding
beautiful.
out. Yeah, just holding down a meditation. Um, that simple can change somebody, yourself, whatever
That
it is.
meditation changed my life.
Yeah,
It really did. Like
did it
I started getting crystals. I started getting Palo Santo. I mean, I started slowly,
right.
and you don't have to have a lot of money. Just like buy what like resonates to you and what you
Mm-hmm.
feel comfortable with, and just start slowly. That's what I did. And then I started meditating, and that was a whole different game changer.
Right. Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, me too. Me too. So, yeah, meditation definitely changed my life, and it came in my life before tarot. First did,
Hmm.
but it, yeah, it's a great thing to get into. Be centered. We both did like a grounding together that I thought was really awesome, and yeah, I have to do those when I wake up. Or I asked a question on my live the other day. I was like, okay, what do you guys do for grounding? Because I was trying to do grounding exercises, but you know, I'm a hyper person, so I'm just all over the place. And I was like, okay, I'm going to write down what I want to do to ground every morning and what I'm going to say, what I'm going to do. Just give it 5 minutes. 5 minutes of meditation is like, I don't know, for me, it can make your day. So,
It really can. It really can. Like one thing I do before I even get out of bed, because you're still like not quite lucid, I
right,
will lay
right.
there and like go over my gratitude for that morning
Mm-hmm.
and to say, thank you for letting me wake up. Thank you for this beautiful day that I get the opportunity to do all the wonderful things that I'm going to do. And I let myself like kind of process, and then I'll rub my feet and get the energy going in my
Oh, that's
feet. And
cool.
then I'll set them on the ground, like just move a little slower. And then you can because you have souls and energy fields in the bottom of your feet. So if you put them on the ground and just kind of connect to the earth before you even get
Right.
out of bed, that will help.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye to everybody, but I want to say thank you, Heather, so much. And I forgot to tell you to stick around for a minute after we, finish up going live.
Of
Um,
course.
I didn't know if you knew that part since this is one of your first. But yeah, so thank you for being here, and you did absolutely wonderful. So,
Oh,
like,
thank you guys. I love you
boom.
guys.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for being here and for encouraging Heather. And I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful, blessed day. All right. See you later.